Hello and welcome to video number 6. Let's talk about formatting blocks, and we'll go to every single block like we did in the previous video. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some blocks. So we're going to click on the add block here. We're going to go find the formatting blocks, which are here. So you see there's code, classic, custom HTML, pre-formatted, pull quote, table, and verse. So most of you, I will say, will not really use this unless you are using maybe an outside third-party service and they say something like, you need to add this code to your website. So some of them are going to say you're going to need to add it to like the header or the footer. In those cases, you might want to hand it off to a webmaster because this would be different. But let's say, for example, that they say add the code to the body of your page. So if that's the case, all you have to do is click on code, and then you can add the code here. Now, like I said, this is for advanced users. Most of you will not use that. Next up is the HTML. Now, believe it or not, some of you and a good majority of you will probably encounter something like this. So they might tell you, enter this HTML code into the body of your WordPress site. So if that's the case, click on custom HTML and you simply enter the HTML here. Now, most of you will not know HTML, but that's just how it is. So if I were to write some HTML, and what I'm doing now is I'm basically creating a link. So I'll do http google.com Google. So if you have no idea what I just did, you don't have to worry about that. But if I click on preview, what I did was I just created a link. So it's a link. So if you don't know HTML, it may not be applicable to you, but at least you are aware of what this block is. Okay, so next up we have formatting. Under formatting, we have classic. So what this is the old classic editor. Now, do not be confused that this is how to convert back to the old classic editor. We're still using Gutenberg. All right, so this just happened to be within a block. So if you like the old classic editor and you want to utilize it within a block, that's fine. All right, so that's what that is. So you can see what is available to you. Going back, got formatting. We got pre-formatted. So if I go back here, okay, so to explain what the pre-formatted block is, like the paragraph block, the pre-formatted block is basically there to display text. Now, unlike the paragraph block, the pre-formatted block basically keeps any spacing or any line breaks exactly as they are entered. So in other words, the pre-formatted block is displayed in sort of a monospaced font, making it easy to keep text perfectly aligned. Now, the pre-formatted block also includes styling or the ability to add hyperlinks or as short links that a code block doesn't have. So like I said, most of you will not use this, okay? But it's there if you ever have to need it. So going back to formatted blocks, we did these, we did this. So we got pull quote and table. Table is nice if you want to create a table. So if you want to create a table that has maybe 3 columns and 5 rows, you could do 3 columns, 5 rows, not 25, 5 rows, and click create. And there we go. So now we can enter text within the table. And this is amazing because this is something that you could not really do in the old classic editor. You would have to find like a plugin and all of that to do that. So this is the old classic editor. So this is really neat. This is something that you would definitely use. Going to formatting, got table, we got verse. So verse is great for poetry. As you can see, it uses special spacing formats or quote song lyrics. So if you're using something to create song lyrics or poetry, this would be great for you. Moving on, we got just a few more. So we did this one, we did this one, and we haven't done this one. So pull quote, it says it gives special visual emphasis to a quote. So the other ones didn't really allow you to change the color, but it allows you to change a little bit here and there. So what this allows you to do is it allows you to change the actual color. So this is a quote, but the difference is you can change the main color. So you can change the top line and the bottom line. So as you can see, it looks fairly nice and professional like that. So we can keep it red and we can change the text color to something like black, gray, maybe orange, maybe green, or maybe we can do green up here and red here, something like that, or blue. So that's the main difference. So quote is different than verse, different than pull quote. So as you can see, what this allows you to do is it changes literally the formatting and makes it look nice. So those are the formatting blocks. Let's move on to layout elements in the next video.